Hi, my name's Connie Marsh, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm very excited you're here today because I want to show you my new recipe. My new recipe is called Fiesta Chicken and Polenta Cups, and it's phenomenal, so I think you're really going to like it. It's got chicken that you put in Philadelphia cream cheese to make it a creamy sauce and some salsa, and just to make it a more fiesta Mexican flair. And then the polenta cups are herb and spicy polenta cups. They have chili powder and cumin in them, and they also have Philadelphia cream cheese in them too, because I always like to make my polenta even with Philadelphia cream cheese, but this even adds to it. So then you put the two things combined, and you bake them, and they come out to this wonderful appetizer that everybody truly loves. So let's start cooking. First thing we're going to do is bring some water to a boil. And let that come to a boil and add a little bit of salt. Whisk in the polenta. A little bit more. And then we're just going to cook it for about 2 minutes. At that point, we're going to add the Philadelphia cream cheese. So let's add in 2 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. And we're going to add the chili powder and the cumin. And just mix them in until they're thoroughly combined. Just want to cook in the chili powder and the cumin. We're going to save the rest of this cream cheese. That's what I really like about this Philadelphia cream cheese, the softer packages, is that you can divide them easily. You can cut them and just make a fourth, and you know you've got 2 ounces. And it's in a really good container to save for later too. It's really kind of cool that way. So, all right, so we're good as far as this goes. I think it's good enough, and now we just want to set it to the side, and we're going to cool it off for just a bit. And now we're going to put it in 24 muffin cups. It's a mini muffin cup, actually. And so what I use for that, I find really convenient, is a small ice cream scoop, which is like a 1 ounce ice cream scoop, 1 tablespoon actually, in each of the 24. They cool down quicker when they're in this pan too than they would in here. Doesn't have to be totally exact or anything, just put them in. Convenient when you see how I'm going to make the cups with the back of this. It really helps. So you'll come out with just the right amount that's almost perfectly to the 24 cups. Cool off for a minute. So once your polenta in each one of the muffin cups becomes cool enough, it doesn't have to be cold, but it's just semi-room temperature, I'd say, then you can use the back of your scoop or your spoon, or you can use a shot glass too. Dip it in flour and press down. And if you use the scoop, it's a little more convenient than a spoon. Okay, so now we're ready to put it in the oven. We're going to bake it at 350 for about 10-15 minutes. We're going to keep an eye on it, but I'd say about 15 minutes probably. So now we're going to make the yummy filling for the tarts, for the little cups. So we're going to heat the pan up just a tad, probably medium heat, medium-high heat, and then put in some vegetable oil, like a tablespoon will do. We're going to put in the onions, a 1/4 cup of onions, and just saute it just so it gets soft. We don't want it to get brown, just soft, and opaque is what you're after. So it'll just take a minute or two. Put the remainder of the 2 ounces of cream cheese that we had before. And we're going to put the chicken and the salsa and half of the cilantro, because we're going to save the cilantro for garnish afterwards. So already there. You want the chicken cut up fairly fine so it'll fit in these tiny little tart pans. The onion is now clear. Then we're going to add the chicken, which is about 1 boneless, skinless chicken breast chopped up, fairly close to that. Then we're going to add the cream cheese, the yummy cream cheese, Philadelphia cream cheese that makes it so tasty and creamy. And then just bottled salsa is all we need. You can make it any strength you want. This happens to be medium. Now half of the cilantro. I'm going to save enough for garnish. And then we're just going to mix it all up until the cream cheese melts. And it melts pretty quickly. And you might want to add some salt if you're a salter. As you can see, it's already there. Take it off the heat. Polenta cups are coming out right now. We're going to take a little fork and bring them all over to the cooling rack. If you wait till they cool, they're a little bit easier to handle. And put them under on a cooling rack that has something underneath it so you make a mess on the piece of paper underneath it as opposed to your baking sheet. These have been such a big hit. I've served them now. Everybody's crazy about them, and they look really pretty. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some refried beans. Just any refried beans are fine. Just 1/8 of a teaspoon in each one. And then we're going to put just like a spoonful. And it can be stacked up high too. I mean, because it really doesn't melt any more than it already is. You can see how yummy they're going to be already. And one more. So we're done with that. And now we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of, it's like 3 cheese, Mexican cheese, finely grated on each one. And then we're going to bake these at 350 for about 15, I'd say 10 to 12 minutes actually. And move these over. There we go. Into the oven they go for 12 minutes. Our cups are done, so I'm going to take them out of the oven, nice, slightly brown on the top, and that's what we want. Let's put them on our serving tray. So we're just going to garnish them. And then sprinkle with the cilantro, and as you can see, you can doll up your serving platter with more cilantro too. One more. And it's gorgeous, just beautiful. So just sprinkle the rest, and we're ready to taste. Let me try one. So good and yummy. Yummy, yummy. Try these. You'll really like them. Cheers.